this is Steve Domenico from Regional Fight Sports, and I have a very special guest. I have Mike, the Lone Wolf Trizano, the winner of the Ultimate Fighter 27 finales, calling in to chat a little bit about what's been going on and the fight itself. Mike, thank you for calling in, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, no problem, man. I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent, man. Dude, you had this fight on July 6th. Big deal. You won the finale. What's been going on since that hand was raised?
Man, I just been chilling, relaxing. You know, it's been a long journey. You know, it's been going on since December, since tryouts, and it's been nonstop. And just been hanging out with family the last week or so, and just really taking in the moment. It was an incredible experience, and I just really wanted to take some time to soak it in because I feel like I haven't really had enough time to reflect on the fact that this all happened. So just been chilling.
Excellent. And you know what? Getting on the show back, or when you were trying out in December, when they actually let you know that you made the show?
They let me know like the beginning of January.
Oh, okay.
And
so
yeah, it was beginning of January, and then I flew out to film the show like the second week of January.
Yeah, so I mean, you get a surreal feeling of being on the finals, and you know, being picked for it back then when you were actually picked to come on the show must have been a huge positive, uplifting feeling, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I went into the tryouts and everything with no expectations, nothing. I just went in there with nothing to lose. You know, if they picked me, awesome. If they didn't, whatever. I had a fight lined up, you know, regardless if I made the show or not. So I ended up making the show, and then that's that. The rest is history.
Excellent. And you were doing well outside of, you know, getting on the show. You had a successful fight at Bellator right before the actual getting on the show. You had a successful career, 13 wins in a row. Is that correct? From your AMI into your pro career?
Yeah, I mean, it's been one hell of a ride. I've been working my butt off.
Definitely. And another thing I noticed, you have not had a fight against an opponent with a loser record, correct?
Yeah, no, I mean, the competition in Jersey and New York is ridiculous. I mean, we got a crazy talent pool around here, and I've been tested every time. You know, I think the most losses one of my opponents had was maybe 2.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they still had a winning record.
Yeah, exactly. You know, great, you know, great record there, great run there. 6-0 going into the house. So you get into this house, you got a bunch of other guys there wanting you know, they're the same as you, basically. They had no expectations. A couple of them, but it was kind of a lottery shoot getting on there. So you have all these guys the same as you kind of in there. What is that feeling like? Tell us just in a short story what that's like being in there.
It's just, you're just sitting there looking around, seeing all these guys, and I'm like, I'm going to end up fighting any one of these guys. I was just like, you know, they're all very respectful. Everyone's super professional, and you know, but at the end of the day, it's a business, and I was there for business, and you know, as friendly as I was with everybody, I was ready to fight them too.
Excellent. Well, let's get to the fight, my friend. Joe Giannetti. The dude looked impressive on the show. He's from New England. Big hero in New England. He had 2 big finishes in that fight, in that show. Going into that fight, what was your expectations going against Joe? What were you looking towards, and what were you trying to really focus on?
Well, I expected him to keep range and keep distance because he was super long. So the way he kind of approached the fight, I expected everything. I didn't expect him to try and take me down because of the way a lot of the fights went on the show. He stunned the guys, and they went into him, and he was able to catch their neck. But I wasn't planning on trying to take him down. I just was going to low kick him so he would stop moving and be able to hit him because I knew I had a little bit more power. But he did a good job of keeping range and staying away. So, I mean, he was a great opponent.
Yeah, you know, entertaining fight. Very great fight. But that third round, buddy, you came out with them leg kicks. You were like, you were teeing off on his leg, man. What'd you think going into that third round? Into that third round, what were you thinking about the fight? Were you ahead, behind? What was your thoughts?
So my thought was it was 1-1. After the first round, Joe controlled me most of the round in the first one. So I got back to my corner, and my coach was like, "You lost that first round. You need to wake up." So second round came along, and we ended up getting stuck in that weird position. I was trying to be safe, and because he was going to try and grab my legs again. So I was hoping the ref would stand us because nothing was happening.
Yeah.
There was no significant strikes being landed. He should have stood us up, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I knew that I won that round because I was on top. Third round came, and again, you never know what the judges are looking at, to be honest. So third round came, and I was like, I got to put pressure on him, and I got to go after it. I got to win this round big. So I just went in there and put the pressure on him. That's it.
Did you feel in that third round that the 2 rounds of that, the grappling and all that might have took some steam out of Joe going into that third round?
It might have, but the way he fights, it takes a lot of energy. He moves a lot. He's circling nonstop. I was chasing him. I should have made angles better, but I definitely think the way he fights is a very tiring fight style, kind of like you look Dominic Cruz. That dude never stops moving. He circles a lot. You need to have a lot of cardio for that, and that might have tired him out a little bit. But my low kicks, I know, were affecting him towards the middle of the third round because a couple times I hit him and he buckled a little bit.
Yeah, you could see them really taking their toll on him, and that was opening up, the strikes too. I mean, great fight all around. What is that feeling when they finally announce your name, and it all comes right down to that moment right there, like from, everything that was surreal from the December until, that night, July 6th. What is that feeling like when that hand gets raised?
It was just like I had a rush of the past 6 months just go through me, and I was just I felt like 1,000 pounds leave my body. It was unreal. It's hard to explain the feeling that you have when something like that happens, especially how hard I've been working and everything I've put in to that moment. It was just by far the greatest moment of my life.
Excellent. Awesome. Thank you so much for that entertainment. It was great. Have you been in contact with any of the dudes from the house? Kind of like built a friendship with any of them?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually was. I keep in touch with like Kyler Phillips, Delani. Delani's a good guy. Jay Cucino is someone I really became close with. He's a good guy. We hung out a lot after the fight, actually, and definitely got closest with him. He was one of my main training partners on the show. We both worked really hard.
Excellent. Question before I ask the future for you. Would you do it again? As far as the house?
No, I wouldn't do it again. Honestly, like, if they gave me my phone and I was able to call my family and my girlfriend, then maybe I would do it. Yeah. But being locked away with no contact to the world, it's tough. That's a one-time thing.
Well, you know what? That one time, you never have to do it again, buddy. You won that, the TUF final. What is the future for you? What you can't tell me what's in the works, but what's your schedule like? You're on basically a media tour. I know you're back home now, back with your team and family. But what's your future got going on?
Well, I want to get one more fight in before the end of the year. That's for sure. So you'll see me in that octagon before the end of the year. I know I've had a guy been calling me out, Violent Bob Ross. I know a lot of people want to see that happen. Hey, I'm down for that fight 100%. So they just got to make that happen. But I definitely want to get in before the end of the year.
Excellent, man. We'll be dying to see it. We'll be waiting for that opponent announcement, and we'll be watching you on social media. And with that said, Mike, tell us how to get in touch with you, how we can join your social media and follow you along until this next matchup. Yeah,
well, on Instagram and Twitter, at the Lone Wolf MMA, And on Facebook, you can follow my page, Mike the Lone Wolf Trizano.
Excellent. Mike, you're going to be all over the place for the next, month or so, and then there'll be a little quiet time, and then they'll announce your next opponent, and then boom. So I wish you well, brother. Thank you so much for calling in. I know it's busy, and media, social media guys are all over you to get the scoops. But thank you so much from New England and Regional Fight Sports.
Hey, no problem, man. It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you when we find something out. All right.
Absolutely, man. Have a good night.
All right, my man. Take care.